Okay, awesome, awesome. And it's about 9 o'clock, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. And I appreciate everybody coming today and letting us test this technology. I think it's going to help as things come up that an email really won't suffice because of the wordiness of the email. The primary focus today is to go over an update that the department is going to put in force for charter. Normally, you've been paying your charter every 2 years, and you, like AAA termite, we're A through K, I believe, is the way they cut it off, and you pay for 2 years. So I'm paid up for 19 and 20. This year, I'm going to get a bill for 1 year for $100, and that's going to pay me up through 2021. The department had split the workload so that A through K was on one rotation, and then the rest of the alphabet was on a second rotation. They're changing that as of this year, and I think primarily it's because of this new database that we're also going to talk about in just a second. So the reason for this meeting was so that if you get a bill for half of your charter and you've already paid for 2 years, that you don't waste time calling the department finding out, why did I get a bill for $100? In 2021, they will no longer split the group into two. Everybody will be on a 2-year cycle starting in 2021. So it's not earth-shattering news. It's not going to change how you do business, but it absolutely would be confusing if you were an A through K company and you were paid up and all of a sudden you're getting a statement here in the next 2 weeks for $100. I want to jump now to the database. The database has a lot of issues. If you'll notice, if you go and do individual tech lookups, if you're using your cell phone to search your technicians and their points, it's not formatted for mobile devices. So you can still look up somebody on your phone, just make sure you turn it sideways and it'll automatically format. If not, it's going to be all jumbled up. Also, if you've got a technician that you don't have his TDA number and you're just going to search by the name and he's got a common last name like Jones or Smith, you might as well just abort and call the Department of Agriculture, because the website will only show or populate a certain number of names, and there is no way for you to advance that search. So if you've got a Smith or a Jones and you don't see them, if you decide to try to search it by their last name and you don't see their name pretty quickly, just call the department. The department has better search tools than we have. So you can go out there and you can take a look at that. Also, if you'll see in the search function where you used to be able to search by charter, you could go look at your company and you could search all your technicians at one time. I could look up AAA termite and I would see all my technicians. Right now, that's not being supported. And based on what we've heard, there's no plans to support that in the future. So the only way to search your technicians' points is individually, one at a time. So it's going to be very important that you keep up with your points more so than ever now. And we'll let you know that All Points is working on a solution for both of those things, but we don't have it in place yet. And now that we found out that there are no plans to support a charter lookup, we will go ahead and really, put our efforts into solving this problem. Got a couple more things. Like I said, this was just going to be a real quick meeting to use this format and to be able to get information out pretty quick. In West Tennessee, we had an operator contact us, and they had a routine inspection by an inspector. And they were told that he was a Category 7 GRC WDO license holder, and he was told by the inspector that he could not do mosquito work because he did not have an HLT license. All right. He has already tracked that down. We've confirmed that that is not the case. All right. But the reason I bring this up is that it is proof that we need to stay cohesive and unified as a group, as an industry, because I don't know if you're aware, but several years back, the department entertained the idea of going to an HLT license to be able to do flea and tick work, which we have always done within our industry under our current licensing. And the industry was able to argue that point back and keep it as is. So when we hear things like this, we try to track it down, make sure that that is not the case. The department has said, no, it was just the inspector was wrong, but we just want you to know we're staying vigilant and we're paying attention to it. And that's why we want to be able to make sure that we can reach out to people quickly. So if we do run into this issue, we can address it very quickly. Last thing, the June 30th deadline is coming up. So if you've hired anybody in the last week, 2 weeks, a month, make sure that everybody has at least 1 credit, 1 point. Right now, we still have the in-house option that All Points makes available at no charge. You can do the new employee review form, but it is so important that you realize that if somebody tests, literally the 27th of June, they need 1 point because the department doesn't have a way to prorate that out now. So if you have a new technician and he needs points, make sure that you take advantage of that new employee technician review. If you don't have it, let us know. Maggie can send it to you. Amanda can send it to you. We do have webinars, but they cost money. This is free. So let us know. We'll make it work for you. Maggie, do we have any questions? Do we have anything else we need to address? I know this was very quick. I just wanted to make sure that we got this information out about the charter so it didn't cause confusion next week.
Yes, Chris said, searching our charter, our new hires have been added to our charter list. And Chris, when did you hire them? Because they have kept that updated till January or February. I know they officially switched the individual database over in February. Oh, last 30 days. I don't know. I talked to Rich Strickland last 2 weeks, and he told me that they weren't keeping that up at all. So I'll reach back out to Rich and see, but as far as he knew, they weren't maintaining it at all, and they didn't have any plans on maintaining it in the future.
Now, that'd be great if they decided, if they'd figured out a way to do it.
Yeah, it would. And Faye asked, any word if solicitor number form is the same as certification number? Some certification numbers are displaying as alphanumeric online.
I don't know. I've not seen that. When we make a note and just double check that with Rich, and we can send that back out, Mag.
Okay. All right. Andy said, just got our charter bill today. Go over the split fees again, please. Got a call right in the middle. So he wants you to go over the charter bill again.
Okay. Let me ask you this, Maggie. Am I echoing to you? Because when you're speaking, I'm hearing an echo. So I don't know if it's because your microphone might be turned up. I've turned mine down. Now turn it down again.
Am I still echoing?
Right. Yeah, no, I think we're good now.
I just want to hear myself on everyone's computer.
Good. I'm sure. All right. So what did Andy ask me to go over again real quick?
The charter bill.
Okay. Yeah, the new charter bill is going out. It was on a 2-year cycle, and A through K should already be paid up through 2020. The new database that the TDA has, I don't believe has the ability to split everything up. It has to print out a bill for everybody. So what they've done is they're going to go ahead and bill A through K again for $100 to make us all come due in 2021. In 2021, everybody will go back to the same 3-year charter. It's not that they're changing the charter. They're just extending A through K 1 more year so that we all come up on the same year pattern. And it's primarily because that new department database is not capable.
Okay. He got it and said thanks.
All right. Any other questions?
Said again, it's haphazard because the points that go along with the person that was added to his charter are not accurate. So it may be that the system is automatically adding people, but they're not maintaining the point side of it. But I'll check on that still.
I got you. Yeah, and that's probably the case because I know that we have added people to our charter and we get notification of that. I just don't think this new database has the same capabilities. And also, if you're searching and you see US, Tennessee Department of Ag.us, and then you go to search, you may notice that you're diverted away to healthspace.com because I believe that's the company that's hosting it. That's not an incorrect search. You're not being diverted away. That's just who is hosting it. So healthspace.com is who is now in charge of all of this behind the scenes.
Okay, and then Terry said we have an employee who passed certification in March for category 3. How many points will he need by June 30th?
Probably a full year's worth, which will be 6. As long as you get 1, and you can use that new all points employee review form, that'll get you 1, and then you can check after that date and start acquiring the points. As long as you have 1 by June 30th, you're okay.
And then Environ Pest said, we have an employee that just passed his test yesterday. Does he need a point?
I would say yes. I would use that new employee review. And what's happened in the past is there have been different prorated dates, and depending on who they took it and what testing site. But now that they have the multiple testing sites, I think they've got that in place, but I don't think there's any proration. I think you can literally take a test on the 29th of June and still need a point before June 30th. So it's just really important that we keep up with it and take advantage of the tools that we've got.
Yeah, and Chris said he has a few folks that need some points, so holler at us. We can get you some points through our webinars. Environ Pest said this is not how our bill was broken down. Our charter renewal fee was $200 and we are an E.
Now that's a new one. That should not be happening. I haven't gotten mine. So if Environ is getting a $200 bill, then everybody that is in that A through K, take a look at your bill. Because from what I had learned, they want everybody to come through on 2021. And if you paid your bill, maybe verify that your check went through and was cashed, and I'd contact the department directly.
Okay. All right, and then Faye Golden said ours was also $200 plus $25 per tech.
Yikes. Okay, well, see, this was a great. It looks like they've got more issues than what they thought they had, because maybe those bills are automatically generating at $200 a piece, even though they thought they had overridden the system. If you're A through K and you've already paid it, I would contact the department. That's what I'm going to do.
Dean Allen said the same thing.
Wow. All right. Well, now I'm learning 2 things. That billing is messed up, and my mail is the worst because I am AAA or AAA, and I haven't gotten a bill yet. So hopefully mine comes today. But yeah, guys, we'll just have to call the department. I don't have the answer for that. If everybody would like me to call them and try to get clarification, I'm happy to. And then jump back on with another meeting that is recorded, and we can send out the answer. But if you'd rather handle it on your own, I'm fine with that too, because I assure you, once I get mine, and now that I'm speaking with you guys, I'm going to reach out to the department to try to get clarification.
Everyone wants you to do it.
Great. Hey, I'm not doing anything else, so I'll reach out to them and I'll find out. Maggie, if you would just make sure that we have a list of the people that, like Environ and Cooks and anybody else that already has their bill, and so that I can just reference those accounts specifically since I don't have mine yet.
I will. And also I see a couple people said that they came in late or they had audio issues during this. My audio has been fine during this and I've been recording it. So I'll send this recording out to everybody just in case you missed everything, so you can get the whole scope and review everything if you missed anything during the meeting.
All right. And guys, I hope this worked for everybody. It's like I say, this would have been very hard in an email, but it also didn't warrant bringing everybody to one central location and killing, a minimum of an hour to drive there if you live locally, or multiple hours to come across state. So I really appreciate everybody's time. Is that good for everybody else?
Yep. If anyone has any questions, here's your last chance. But I think we're good. And I'm sure we'll send out an email update on everything that we find out from the TDA. People are liking the format. So maybe
Awesome.
We'll hang out again soon.
All right. Awesome. All right. You're going to end the meeting?
Yes.